Oh, hello. Welcome. Well, I've got a little bit of a job to do. Well, actually, I've got quite a lot of jobs to do. But this particular job's to do with, well, bats. Yes. I need to build some bat boxes, like bat lairs. But not for Batman, no. For little old bats. So they've got somewhere warm to roost. And so they feel safe. And we're going to make them out of wood. And I've been looking around my workshop, looking for bits of wood that I could use to make a bat box. As a bit of a prototype, because I've got to make quite a lot of bat boxes, yeah. As a part of my rewilding scheme on our land here in France. So I thought it'd be a good idea to build a bat box so you see whether or not it's the one I want to mass produce. And for our rewilding project, we're probably going to need at least 20 bat boxes, roosts, and, well, bat maternity houses. Yeah. Wonder if they have a midwifery. I don't know. Maybe you know. Leave in the comments down below. So first of all, we're going to build a bat box using some materials I already had kicking about. And what I've got is bits of pine, such as this, which is an easy to come by material here in France and probably in the UK and anywhere in fact. Now this particular bat box is going to be 8 inches wide, about 200mm, and it's going to have 2 roosting slots. Yeah, places where they can actually roost and hang on to.
I don't know who he was. Let's talk bat box construction. Oh, exciting, eh? So there we go. We're going to be using my jet super saw to rip the piece of wood down to a width. First we're going to trim the edge, and now I've marked at 200mm, 8 inches in width. So all these boards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 inches or 200mm wide, or you could say 20 centimetres. I'm using my folding rule to mark the first 48 centimetres. Oh, and that is going to be the backboard. Oh, okay. And the next one is 36 centimetres, and that is going to be the party wall between the 2 slots. So you could use your DeWalt radial arm saw, chop saw, etc. Or just a jigsaw. Or a circular saw. Or why not use a hand saw? A modern hard point saw will do. This is my distance saw, this is, and it has to be sharpened by hand. Oh, that could be another video. I'm sanding it up because it has white emulsion paint all over it, because it used to be in the house and painted white. Oh. Whenever I create a bit of dust, I like to put the air filter on. It's a good idea, you know. And now we are using the hand plane just to clean up the edges, take off some of the old saw marks. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. You just sand it if you like. But I am anyway. And now we're going to cut these battens. And these are the separators between the walls. And there's 2 for each slot. A bench hook is always a good idea when cutting by hand. You could use a chop saw if you like. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's like rapid construction. Now it's going to require some slots for the little bats to be able to cling onto or climb up the bit of wood into their slots. Now you could cut them by hand using your handsaw like I'm doing here. Or you could use something a little bit more, how to put it, practical, like a machine. That's what I'm going to do. It'll be a lot faster. You could choose an alternative method for the bats to cling onto, such as a piece of gutter mesh, or you could use your radial arm saw if you got one, or a skill saw. A plunge saw would work too, but there's nothing wrong with cutting them by hand. No, just takes a little bit longer. 1 slot, 2 slot, 3 slot. Oh no, I've lost count. Oh dear. As you can see, it's a lot faster than by hand, yeah, especially when I speed it up. So we have our boards now, and they've all got slots in. Isn't that good? For the little bats to climb up to. It's like ladders. Yeah. Not snakes and ladders. No, ladders that you climb up. So we have all our wooden components ready to fix together to create the slots. Oh, that's good, isn't it? If you have cut slots all the way through your piece of wood from end to end, you will automatically create loads of little holes. So you could just nail it all together, and this is an 18 gauge nail gun, which happens to have 40mm nails inside, but I'm actually going to screw it together as well, countersinking all the screws. Now it's a good idea to use some mastic. Now don't use a silicone mastic, no, because it gives off fumes. This is just an acrylic mastic, as long as the little holes are filled and the bats don't get cold. So I'm screwing, and I'm going to be plugging all those screw holes, which you'll see later. Now this is going to be the lid. It's the bit of wood that's going on top to stop the rain getting in. First I'm going to create a drip around the bottom edge of the roof. No, not me, no, there's only one of me. But this drip around the bottom edge of the roof will stop water tracking under the edge of the roof and making the poor bats wet again. So I've plugged all the holes and now I've sanded them off. And now we have a bat box. Comfy, hey?
I hope those little bat roosters are going to be happy. They better, because I've made them a bat box. And this is going to be one of many. That it is. It's a bit of a prototype for a very simple design of a bat box. Really easy to put together. You can make it a bit smaller, you can make it bigger if you like, but the principle is the same. You have this little 3/4 slot for the little bats to crawl into. Oh, it's not for Batman, no. But saying that, I think it needs a bat symbol. And it does. And I've stole one from somewhere. I can't imagine where, no. Can you? Oh, copyright. But anyway, we're going to put that onto that. Yeah, somehow. So what I'm going to use my pyrography iron. But I reckon I might need some glasses on so I can see. Oh, that's better. Oh my God. Oh, that's rough. It doesn't matter, because it's a bat box. So what we're going to do, we're going to draw a bat. Oh. It's batty, isn't it? Yeah. Did you do... Okay. Got his head. So I'll start with his head. Don't make the head too big, because then the rest of it have to be too big, and then it won't fit on. So that's his head with his horny bits, like so. Not that kind of horny, you saucy devil, you. Oh, there's no controlling you lot, is there? No. So I've got that bit on there. Now I've got to think about his wings. I might have made his head a bit big, actually. I might shrink his head in a minute. I'll have to boil it in some, into some big vat or something. That'll do the job. That'll do. Okay, I've drawn that on. It's probably not perfect. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Glistening? No? Okay. So now we're going to use the pyrography iron. And I've got to decide whether or not I'm just going to make it a long outline or whether or not I'm going to do infill.
So now it's time to do a little bit of pyrography. It's basically burning marks into a piece of wood. And in this case, we're drawing, with a pyrography iron, a bat. Oh, cool, eh? And because it's burnt into the wood, it's not going to fade in time. No, it'll be there forever. Oh. So at the moment we're just doing the outline, but we will be infilling as well. So that was just the outline. So now we've got to infill. And I'm going to do that with a blowtorch. A tiny blowtorch. That it is. So there we go. Oh, to the bottom. Oh, we're going back again now. Let's rubbing it out. Oh, no, let's go back again. Oh, I'm getting confused. What's happening? Oh, nearly there. Oh, look at that. Oh, isn't that cool? Oh, yes. A little bit detailing. Can't be bad. Can't have a bat on your bat box, and yeah. Otherwise, it's not a bat box. Without a bat on your bat box, no. Sounds batty to me. Oh well, I suppose it's back to him. Oh dear. Sorry.
So there we have it. We have our symbol on our bat box. Oh, okay. Ain't that fun? And this bat box was made out of scraps that we had laying about. Well, actually, it's little bits of wood that we had, we removed from an old staircase. It's done the job. They don't care. Bats, they're not fussy. No, they just want a little slot to crawl into. That's all they want. And a way of getting in to that slot. Yeah. It's better than buying more wood, but I'm going to have to buy some more wood because I've got another, 20, 30 of them to make. Blimey. It's quite a few bat boxes. It's going to be scary at night. We're going to be sitting there with our pina coladas and red wine probably, and a beer. And the bats be flying around our heads. Oh my God, have a drink. Yeah, that's what it's going to be like. Frightening. Anyway, bats aren't scary, are they? No. Oh, go away. Oh, you're such a pest. Blimey. Flying rats. Or actually like little mice. So tiny little bats are. Anyway, thank you for watching the construction of this bat box. And we will be making lots more and other animal shelters, such as bird boxes and insect houses and hedgehog houses and other kind of houses and just houses and stuff like that. And if you've got any ideas or suggestions how we could zap these things up, or other design ideas or other habitations for little creatures, great and small, we may even consider, building some hives for bees. Make honey. Oh, I like honey. Do you like honey? Leave it in the comments down below. Ta-ta.